Hello, wonderful interpreters, and thank you again for tuning in. Today we have a lot to cover, so let's get started. InterpretingWorks, MyLanguageLink, confirmed for the scheduling system. Watch video footage of our protest and testimonials. What's next? Now, before we start anything, I want to remind you that if you do not want to watch the whole video, you don't have to. Just click on the timestamps to jump through topics of interest. This is always an option in my videos. Go to the description box and click on Show More to see the timestamps. But this is all very relevant information. This is just a sample of one of my videos so you could find the timestamps. I want to start with this text message that I received from one of our interpreters, LNI interpreters, thanking me for organizing the protest and telling me that I have their full support. Now, this interpreter says, today I got a call from a WFSE organizer telling me to sign their card because supposedly they were the union that convinced LNI to use independent interpreters for video and phone appointments. And I told this organizer that WFSE didn't do squat, that Washington Interpreters is the union organization who made that happen back in April. So this is actually a few months ago. This is actually months ago, so this is nothing new. And what we asked, as you see right here, we told LNI they chose to use Lionbridge and LanguageLink for video and phone interpretation appointments, and we were asking people to join us, asking LNI to do what's right for the majority of workers, which are independent interpreters, and allow us to be paid by the in-person schedule fee. This is nothing new. This is something that was granted. If you see right there on April 2nd, we requested Joe Sachs, we requested a meeting with him and forwarded him this petition on April 2nd this year. What happened the very next day? On April 3rd, okay, the very next day, our petition worked, and LNI implemented the temporary interpretive services via video or telephone policy, okay? Now that policy was to let us work, getting paid. As you see right here, I'm not going to read all of this because I already did this many months ago, but the highlight is that the temporary policy was supposed to expire on July 3rd unless LNI would extend it. So what happened? Well, on June 23rd, okay, not long ago, they extended these temporary policies until June 30th, 2021. Okay, so they are continuing to evaluate these policies, and if anything was going to change, they would let us know. But nothing has changed. This is still in effect. So I don't know if there's any confusion, but there's no reason to address this right now. This is not the priority right now. And I understand that LNI released this email later on July 13th, telling providers that they also have the opportunity to use LanguageLink and Lionbridge. But this does not invalidate this. Does that make sense? This policy is not canceled. So moving on to the relevant issues of today. Now, I wanted to talk about the protest that we had, and I'm going to go through these slides fairly quick because I'm going to show you some pictures, and then I'm going to show you a couple of video clips of interpreters who testified, interpreting testimonials. They are from our interpreters that showed up to Tumwater, and some pictures, so you see what happened, okay? So we had the peaceful protest on July 16th, last Thursday, in these three locations, Tumwater, Yakima, and Tri-Cities, and we were there from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So this is what happened. Why is LNI so in a rush to implement this? Because they implemented or announced the implementation to come in the fall or by September this year, because we met with Senator King. We went to the legislature earlier this year in March, and we were able to adopt an amendment that requires LNI to submit a report by December 1st, letting the legislator know whether or not they were able to implement these laws, and if not, it would be revised by January in the next legislative session. Now, this is what happened. This is some of the pictures, so I'm going to go fairly quick so I could go to the testimonials, okay? Here, we had the full support of the Washington State Patrol and Tumwater Police Department. Here you see our staff and interpreters that were showing up, and look at the signs, okay? Feel free to stop this and read through it if you feel like it, so I could go fairly quick through this. Okay? This is our beloved Karen Avellaneda from the north. And you see Karen Maya right here, one of the interpreters that covers LNI appointments. You see people there showing up in support of our protest. There you go. There you go. There you go. Alex, our media director, taking pictures and video. More interpreters. Elle and I don't take sides. We were there with a message for Elle and I, no more recoupments. Okay? Establish a dual system. Establish a dual system. Very important. WFSE Local 1671 does not represent me. That was a very good message there. Washington interpreters will unite. That's for sure. If it affects our pay, we should have a say. Elle and I don't favor WFSE over what's right. Right? We were telling Elle and I, look at these messages. Okay? Marcela Cravioto there. Some of you know this lady from the north. Very nice interpreter, very nice person. Okay, that's myself right there. And you see Anastasio here, and we're going to show you some pictures from Yakima and Tri-Cities interpreters also demonstrating and protesting outside Illinois offices in their respective cities. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. More. So as you see, we were very active, and in the middle of a pandemic, okay, not everybody wanted to go out because we had appointments. You know, we had appointments, and at the same time, we were concerned about social distancing, but I applaud these interpreters that showed up to actually support our protest. Thank you so much. Now, let's see some protest video footage so you see the kind of things that we were telling Elle and I there. Hey you guys, I am live again, so I want to show you that people are getting here, okay? Say hi to everybody on Facebook, our group, say hello, tell them to come over here, okay? So, WFSE Local 1671 does not represent me. They do not represent you! We are interpreters. Yes, Washington Interpreters is organizing this, but today we're here as one, as workers and groups and businesses. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Marcela. There you go. This is what those are the banners. Let's take up so we can get started. So, dear labor and industries, my name is Juan Medina Blois. I am coming here with Washington Interpreters, but on behalf of all independent contractors, businesses, agency owners, interpreters that contract with LNI directly and get paid bi-weekly. We love doing what we do. We love serving the injured workers. We love our profession. I have met with several of your staff over the last 2 years, and we've had great conversations. And all of these interpreters that you see right here have years of experience. They have raised their concerns, they have raised their opinions, their discrepancies, and what they think it's not right. Right now, we are here with the program. We want to tell you what we think is going on, what we want you to do for us and injured workers, and to let you know that we want you to be here, to hear us, to listen to our concerns, and do what's right. Respectfully, this peaceful demonstration is not hostile, but to let you know that we're not silent, we're united, and we want to keep on working. We love what we do. Please listen to our concerns.
Okay, Illinois, my name is Leanna, and I came from the city of Tacoma. I've been an independent interpreter. I've also worked with an agency since 2006. I'm here because I want us to keep our independency. We want to be able to work our own hours, work with our people that we have been working for the past couple of years. I'm here because I care for what I do. Also, we would like for LNI to do what's right for the workers, allow independent interpreters and businesses to contract with LNI directly, do what's right for providers, allow them to choose the interpreter or group of their choosing.
My name is Marcela Cravioto. I am here because I think it's very important that LNI realizes the way we work as independent contractors.
Okay.
I think it's very important. I know it's important for us to keep our jobs. Very important not to give those jobs to an agency that would be the middleman between the independent contractors and labor and industries. Also, It would be really bad if this agency or system is from another state. It's very important to keep our jobs in the state of Washington. We are in the middle of a pandemic situation where people need to work. One of the things that is very important for me is the workers, the injured workers. Do what is right for them.
Thank you, Marcela. Big shout out to injured workers.
Hi, everybody. My name is Laura. Obviously, I live in Auburn, and as everybody knows, we select the cities that we're going to work in, and you start getting acquainted with the different doctors, the different facilities that provide with medical assistance to injured workers. And we know because the system that we are serving is and the help of providing help for the workers that they need to go back to work. That is the main purpose of the labor and industry. The people that comes to work and they need to go back to what they're doing, and we provide the service for them to be able to do that. An independent interpreter does more than a simple interpreting service. We are a link to everything that they have the right to have. So we are here to fight for the right of the interpreter and the rights of the injured worker to have a good service that provides for them to the opportunity to go back to work. Thank you.
I have worked really hard to be where I'm at. I think that something that LMI is not thinking about is the injured worker itself. This system and the help we provide is just for them. They're not taking them in account, and how this system electronically will affect them because they need their interpreters. They like this what they have right now. And I just ask them please to let us keep on working with them. This works. This proves that it's worked. Providers agree with us. Providers feel comfortable that the service is being provided the right way. And right now, how it is, it works. If they want to introduce their scheduling system, I please ask to they think that it could be parallel. It does not need to be one or the other. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Carla Lopez, and I am from Big Harbor, Washington, and I have been a freelance interpreter since 2009. Being that I've been an injured worker twice, I understand the importance of, understanding the system, how these claims and all the process that Elle and I have to go through. I cannot imagine not speaking the language. That's the reason why I became an interpreter, because I knew how important it was to understand, to be there, to be on the other side. So I asked Elle and I to please help us to understand. This is important, that workers should have a say-so. We are here to provide a service and the respect that injured workers deserve.
Hello everyone, my name is Karen Maya and I'm coming from Erie, Washington. I've been an interpreter with LMI for about 10 years now, and I just want to let them know that we're here to save our jobs. This is the job for so many families. This is how we support our families, our kids, and also because we love what we do. I enjoy my job and I really want to help the injured workers. So taking this away from us is not affecting us interpreters, it's affecting the injured workers, and it's affecting the economy. So please listen to us, consider us. We're here to defend our jobs.
Hello everyone, my name is Guadalupe. I came from Kent. I'm an interpreter from 10 years now, and I started doing this when I was in high school actually. I really enjoy my job, and I really enjoy that we have the ability to help people who get injured at the work, and they feel more comfortable seeing people like us, seeing people like them, and I just enjoy doing it. I've been doing it for a long time, so I just wanted to say to Elle and I that this is this is very important for us, and this is what we do to help people, and we want to keep doing it.
Hello everyone, my name is Denise. I come from Tacoma, and I'm here because I want to defend my job and everyone else's. this is not just for us, this is also for the injured workers. And like I said, we all love what we do, and we're doing what's right for the worker too. So all we are here for is just to defend our job and to ask LNI to please let us keep our job, not just for us, but also for the injured workers.
In 2018, there was a Supreme Court case, Janus versus Oxley, the same union that wants to take our jobs. Okay? You know what the Supreme Court said? You know this. Union dues are voluntarily paid. So all these big unions, all these big conglomerates, AFL-CIO, they're cowering on their knees because they cannot keep their racket taking union dues, okay, by force from workers. You know what I think? When I was with WFSE, and I used to say this, why don't we gain workers' favor by showing them what unions could do for them instead of buying a scheme to get our dues? That's the problem. This is muffling my voice a little bit, so here goes. Department of Labor and Industries. You have heard us. Interpreters, businesses, representing workers, representing families, representing our industry. We love what we do. We love to help injured workers. There is no reason that we could not coexist together. Washington Federation of State Employees may not be a bad union, but they don't have our best interests when it comes to this. Look at these signs. Keep jobs in Washington State. Come together. Let's win this fight. And I don't favor WFSE over what's right and establish a dual system. This is not a very complicated matter. This is very simple. Let everybody eat. Let everybody work. Let everybody coexist. We can have a scheduling system and independent interpreters still contract with you. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. And I want to say to you, please reconsider what you have been doing. It is our pay. And we should have a say. Thank you, Carla. I like that coaching. Thank you. And so, we're going to be back, but at the same time, this is not a hostile demonstration. You see a lot of passion here from our colleagues that are leaving, ourselves, because we care for what we do. We care for the injured workers. Like I told you before, I myself was an injured worker. So I care about this profession. I love what I do. I love helping people, my fellow brothers and sisters, and people in the community. Allow us to continue doing this for generations to come. You all have a good day. Thank you so much.
Now that you saw the video footage and some of the testimonials that we had on Thursday last week, July 16th, from 11 to 2 p.m., let's get into this. Today, InterpretingWorks, MyLanguageLink, confirmed for the scheduling system. So what was that all about today, earlier in the morning? And I want to show you this. This is from a few days ago, and an interpreter shared this with me. And this is some communication between Susan Campbell, where they are admitting to the name, the name changing. Okay, so it says right here they changed their name. Look at this. Susan says to this interpreter, "We will announce our plans soon, but I can share a bit. As you know, the successful bidder was MyLanguageLink. They will be doing business in Washington as InterpretingWorks. We hope to have something up by September 1st, but it will be a gradual implementation. At this point, we do not plan to close agency accounts until January 1st, 2021. So I'm asking, and then she says right here, also, I will be retiring on September 1st, and Heather Masters will be taking over as the lead for interpreter services. I will miss Susan Campbell. She is a very nice lady, always, trying to do what's best, in my opinion. and always listen to our concerns. My concerns, always give me a meeting whenever possible. I know that was her job, but at the same time, she also considered anything that I had to offer, any advocating that we did, either with WFSE, by myself, or now with Washington Interpreters. And I already talked to Heather Masters. She seems to be a very, knowledgeable lady that they chose for this job. So I welcome our interactions. We're already talking with LNI leaders as we speak. And so, but look at this, they changed their name, MyLanguageLink, to InterpretingWorks. And so, there's a lot to unpack right here, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. Basically, they want to have something up by September gradually. So they won't cover probably the whole state right away. That's why they'll need agency accounts until January 2021. Okay, it's a gradual implementation. That's what they're saying right here. That's what Susan is saying right here. And so, but let me ask you this. Why the name change if it's supposedly not a conflict of interest? Do you remember how, an agency that protested the successful bidder got a letter from LNI saying that they didn't see choosing this agency as a conflict of interest? It's not a conflict of interest, so why would they change their name? If we exposed their connections with WFSE Local 1671 and they were so sure that they were doing the right thing because it was legal, then why change your name MyLanguageLink? If you're not worried about anything, if it's not a conflict of interest, if it's totally and morally acceptable for your owners to be connected to Local 1671 and WFSE, why are you changing your name? Who are you trying to deceive? This is not working for you guys. And I know they made the announcement today, but I want you to see, all of you that are watching this video, interpreters, businesses, LNI personnel, WFSE Local 1671, DSHS interpreters, this is not about taking sides. This is about what's right. We never had a problem with anybody working, but this is a monopoly, and they want to take our jobs by force, by any means necessary. And when they get under the fire, they'll do anything to deceive you. Look at this. This is not me having a vendetta because I quote-unquote lost an election with Anastasio. This is not what this is about. If they didn't have anything wrong going on, think for yourself. Think critically. Why the name change if it's supposedly not a conflict of interest? Think. Now let's read the announcement. So as you can see right here, basically right here, it says new interpreter scheduling system coming soon. Okay, this fall, now they're not saying September right here, by the way, but the fall could be September or any other months that fall into the fall season. Now, this fall, the Department of Labor and Industries will launch a new spoken language interpreter scheduling system. And they're saying after the process, InterpretingWorks, now you saw this is MyLanguageLink, and they changed their name, admitted by LNI personnel. But I want to go through the key points so you actually understand the highlights of this and why you need to be understanding of what's happening right here. For interpreters, it says sign up right now. Interpreters can sign up right now through the InterpretingWorks website, so you can actually sign up right now if that's something that you want to do. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And then something that's new is that interpreters will need a National Provider Identification Number, or NPI. That's something very new that we've never needed before, but now LNI is making it a requirement, this scheduling system, for you to sign up with this scheduling system. Okay? It's something that it's at no cost, but still you have to get it. And for providers, they opened it so they could pre-enroll and so they could have an account ready for fall, once again, when the system is alive in fall 2020. And now something very important right here, deactivating interpreter agency accounts. And they're saying to comply, quote unquote, with the new law, interpreter agency accounts and interpreters doing business with LNI under those agency group accounts will be deactivated in early 2021. Interpreters who want to continue providing services to injured workers and victims of crime may enroll with InterpretingWorks or maintain an interpreter provider account at LNI. So, from the looks of it, if you look at it very quickly, this is telling you agencies are going to be out come, now we know it's January next year. They're saying early 2021. They're not saying January. but they're saying early 2021. This is something that they decided in March 2019, March last year. They said that come September, agencies wouldn't be able to bill on behalf of interpreters anymore, but now they're saying they are extending or not closing these agency group accounts until early 2021, of course, because they're doing a gradual implementation, and we can surmise they still need these agencies to provide some work. Now, and it seems like independent interpreters would be okay here, right? Well, wrong. It says to better serve those with limited English proficiency. And so this is a little repetitive, what they're going to do in the fall. What will happen to independent interpreters? This is what concerns us right here, okay? Independent interpreters will help LNI meet the language access needs of providers in certain instances. Their services are only approved. Their services are only approved for use in on-demand appointments that do not have a pre-scheduled time, such as emergency, urgent care, and now they're adding, and walk-in appointments. Okay, so there you go. Providers have the options of using InterpretingWorks as well as working with LNI's other contracted vendors, LionBridge, LanguageLink, or with independent interpreters to meet on-demand need, such as emergency, urgent care, and walk-ins. And they're telling you again right here, there will be limited opportunities for interpreters, for independent interpreters, to provide services for LNI appointments after the InterpretingWorks roll out. Interpreters are strongly encouraged to enroll in the InterpretingWorks scheduling system. And they're talking about the agencies again, that they will be activated in early 2021. So there you have it. So there's a lot to unpack right there that we're not going to get into this video right now for the purposes of time. But I'll tell you this, we're not going to be okay. Okay, we're limited right now. So this is in favor of an out-of-state, out-of-the-country company that nobody asked to intervene and take away these choices from us. This was forced onto us, okay? We do not have a problem with the scheduling system. It is unfortunate what happened to the agencies because WFSE lobbied for this so they could be out of the way so they could implement their scheduling system. If they want a scheduling system to have options for other interpreters, that's totally okay, but why undercut us, the independent interpreters, the workers? So this is something that you have to see for what it is. This is not Juan here inventing this, twisting the truth. You can read it, you can see it with your own eyes. Why would I have to pay, okay, commission? Because this is what it is. You know, they got rid of the agencies, so we would now have to pay commission to a statewide scheduling system, okay, managed by their friends from WFSE. Okay, this company that has friends from WFSE, owners from their company, in cahoots with WFSE. Okay, so this is just disgusting, but it is what it is, and we have to act upon it. We have to defend our freedom, independence to contract directly and coexist in this environment. Now, once again, these are the highlights from the announcement, just in case you didn't get it. So we created a petition because this cannot stand like this. We created this petition and I shared it with you guys through Facebook and mass email, and it's actually in this video, so you actually look at it and support us with this. So this petition, okay, says to Governor Inslee and Joe Sachs, LNI Director, allow independent LNI interpreters to contract directly without restrictions with a dual system, posted and shared on July 22nd. So what is this all about? Okay, well, we want, I'm gonna make it closer here, zoom a little bit. We want the Department of Labor and Industries to allow independent interpreters to contract directly without restrictions with a dual system. We do not have a problem with the scheduling system. If it's there and it's here, what are we going to do about it? You know, we don't have a union yet, so we have to abide by it, but there is no reason why we cannot have a dual system. Let providers decide when to use a web portal or contact independent interpreters, okay, directly. Allow interpreters to cover block time appointments like work hardening, work conditioning and all of that. Keep the same pay rate and get mileage available for everybody. Protect our local economy. Choose a company that's local to distribute appointments. Even if it's a month away, it's not too late. The law does not force LNI to do this and choose a company out of the state or even have a scheduling system. But since they chose to have a scheduling system and to phase out agencies, they can also choose to have a local company, giving all the conflict of interest with this MyLanguageLink, InterpretingWorks. I don't even know what name they're going to have next week, for God's sake. My goodness. So, this is something very concerning. Please join our petition, sign it, okay? So, why is this important? Well, they chose the out-of-state company to handle distribution of appointments. This is a move that will drive jobs from Washington State possibly out of the country. Interpreters that are not qualified, that are not certified in the state of Washington. A lot of interpreters could do this. They say no, but they could do it. Okay? And these people whose owners have ties with WFSE Local 1671. We are vital to our economy, and we provide this invaluable service to injured workers. Read it. I'm going to have links. Okay, let's keep jobs in our state. So please sign this petition. This is the relevant petition. This is very relevant to what we're living through right now, what we're going through. Okay, now you have seen our flyer. You have seen, what we mailed out to you not long ago. You have seen what we are proposing, and we want to defend in-person interpretation. Okay, you have our cards. If you don't have it, we could send it to you. This is the time where we, independent interpreters, get together. Okay, we cannot change what's done until we have legal representation, but we can defend our right and ability to contract directly. We are the workers, and we need to do this, okay? Please support us. It's time that we put aside differences. This is our card, and all you have to do is sign it, okay? Fill it out, last name, first name, your phone number, check LNI box right here. Even if you have not taken an appointment, you can take it, right before the election. You can take it later. But say yes. Have you taken an appointment since January 1st, 2019? Say yes. And all you got to do is just follow these simple steps. Okay. Once you do that, if you want to get access to the card right away, grab this web address and paste it into your web browser. Okay. Click on it to download the card. Print, fill it out. Check the LNI option. Choose yes for the appointment question. Scan, take a photo of the card, then email it to us. I actually undercut this slide right here, but I'm going to have it in the description box. So now you have it. Now you see everything that's been transpiring within the last, couple of weeks. You saw our protest. You saw LNI's announcement today. You saw the extension of temporary, interpreting policies for video and telephonics, and how that's not changing until next summer. And you saw our petition. Please sign it. And I want you to know something. Please, I know this is hard. This is hard for me as an independent interpreter, but I know it's harder for you if you are an agency owner. I do not dismiss that. WFSE did a very good job of, destroying agencies' reputations. I do understand that we do have a few agency owners in the system that have gamed the system, and some interpreters as well. They have gamed the system and they have behaved inappropriately, and some are under investigation. I understand that. But you know what? LNI has a compliance department. As you saw, we actually told LNI in the protest. They have a fraud department, and they are very good at catching these violators. There was no reason to change the whole system. We know this. We know WFSE wanted a monopoly. But what are we going to do? I do remember now for over 2 years now, this is July, almost August 2020, for over 2 years, I have been trying to organize LNI interpreters. Before with WFSE because I thought it was a good option, and to be fair, the organizing director offered us a local union. We do not take advantage of that. A lot of infighting, a lot of, petty stuff, a lot of, hidden interests and stuff like that, back and forth. We didn't get it done. So now we have another opportunity, even if it comes, that they'll establish this system by fall, by September, we have a chance to form a union. And we have to worry about now the independent interpreter. Unfortunately, they want to phase out agencies by January or earlier next year. by early 2021. There's nothing we could do about that right now, but what we could do is gain representation. Any other maneuver, and I'm sorry to say this, it may be a good initiative, but it's going to be a waste of time. You see this. LNI will do what they think it's best, and it's not LNI's fault. They're looking for their interests, and they're doing what they think it's best for the injured worker. Whether we agree with it or not, that's what they're doing. So what are we going to do? Are we going to complain? We can make 100,000 petitions. At the end of the day, they don't have an obligation to do anything that we ask. It's always been their decision. You know, they had the choice to either implement the scheduling system or leave things as they were, or have a combination of both, the dual system. They chose the scheduling system, they chose to phase out agencies, and they chose to limit independent interpreters. But we still have a dog in this fight, and we still have the opportunity to advocate for this, to protect independent interpreters so we could work without restrictions, okay? And agencies are gonna be phased out early next year. Before we do anything about any of that, well, we have to win an election. And the only way we're going to be winning is by getting together, all of us independent interpreters that are still in the system and guaranteed to be in the system past fall this year. We have to get together. Please sign our cards. Please see the option that we're presenting. We want to have a local union. We want to have an independent union away from Local 1671, away from WFSE, away from AFL-CIO, away from all this craziness from all these big labor organizations. Who else is going to be better to represent us than ourselves? Interpreters that understand this job. Not people that are not interpreters from WFSE or any other group, not people that will be phased out, but people that are interpreters right now. We can help each other. We can help and probably, bring things how they were, or at least, similarly, with some resemblance of what we had, but we have to win legal representation now, okay? So please, I'm gonna have all the links in the description box, so for you to sign the petition, sign our card. Let's remain positive, and we do not gain anything by being negative, by getting into a desperation mode. We have to think, we have to, trust in our abilities, defend what we have. And we'll be updating you with the next move to defend what we have. And God bless.